Natalia Romero, Spanish interpreter on the line, already sworn in today.
Okay, thank you. All right, can I have appearance from the state?
Adam Dew for the state.
All right, defense?
Samantha Lambert for the public defender.
All right, thank you. All right, first person is Ani Carolina Soto Medrano. Good morning. Can you state your full name?
Angie Carolina Soto Medrano.
And your date of birth?
$12,775.
Okay. I'll appoint the PD to represent you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I do find PC. I'll set bond on count.
She does qualify for PTR, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll release her to pretrial release. You cannot have any contact with the victim in this case. You cannot return to the scene of the offense. You can go one time to get your belongings with law enforcement. No alcohol while you're out on release. Thank you.
I do have one question.
Okay.
The location is my house. He does not live there. I am the owner.
Okay. Then you can go back to the home, but no contact with the victim, okay? Thank you.
Or just maintain separate residences?
Yes,
Thank you.
maintain separate residences. Torres Carey? Can you tell me your full name?
Joseph Torres Cari.
And your date of birth?
September 1788.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find PC. I'm setting bond on count one in the amount of $500. You can't go back there. No contact with the victim, and no alcohol while you're out on release. Do we have any victims that are attending? Okay. I'm gonna keep going. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Happy night day.
You too. Diaz Rosas?
Diaz Rosa.
Can you tell me your full name?
Rafael Diaz Rosas.
And your date of birth?
July 1st, 80.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find probable cause. On count one, I'm setting bond at $50,000. Count two, $1,000. Count three, $1,000. Count four, $250. Count five, $500. Count six, I'll reduce that to $5,000. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Cruz? Can you tell me your full name?
Ivan Cruz.
And your date of birth?
February 27th, 83.
Okay, I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I find PC. I'm setting bond and,
He does qualify for PTR.
okay.
Your Honor.
I'll release you through pretrial release. No driving without your license, okay? Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Morales Ayala. Can you tell me your full name?
Jantiel O'Neill Morales Ayala.
And your date of birth?
October 4th, 96.
I'll appoint a PD to represent you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. Well, you failed to appear. Bond was set at 500, so I'm going to stay that amount. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Del Rio Feblet? Okay. Can you tell me your full name?
Buenos días.
Hi.
Milton Julián del Río Feble. Milton Julián del Río Feble.
Milton Julián del Río Febles.
And your date of birth?
240591.
5/24/91.
Okay, I'll appoint the PD to represent you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find PC. I'll set bond in the amount of $250. Don't go back, okay? And no contact with the victim. Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Martinez?
Señor Martínez.
Can you tell me your full name?
Moisés Martínez.
Moisés Martín.
And your date of birth?
5/25/70.
I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I'll appoint the public defender. I find PC. I'll set bond in the amount of $250. Don't go back. And no contact with the victim, okay? Thank you, sir.
Your Honor,
Yes.
state would also request no weapons.
No weapons or firearms while you're out on release. You understand?
Yes,
Thank you.
understand.
Thank you, Madam Interpreter. Have a good
You're
morning.
welcome, Your Honor. Thank you. You do the same, everyone.
Are you Mr. Reese?
That'll be me.
Okay. Can you tell me your full name
Larry Dwayne Reese,
and your date of birth?
October 21, 1961.
All right, Mr. Reese, I'll appoint a PD to represent you this morning. You failed to appear at a court date, so they set bond at $750. So I'm going to stay that amount. Okay?
But I don't have it because basically since 2000.
Okay, I don't want you to talk about the facts of your case. Everything's recorded, but you let your public defender know, okay? Thank you, sir.
Can I go back to my cell? Yes. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
You're getting time out of me, man.
Mr. Neer? Is that you?
George.
Can you tell me your full name?
George Henry Need III.
Okay, and your date of birth?
March 27th, 1961.
All right, sir. I'll appoint the PD to represent you. You are out on ROR on a case. And on this case... Okay, I'll appoint the PD. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find PC. I'm setting bond at $250. Don't go back there, okay? Thank you, sir. Have a good morning.
Any action on the out on bond, Your Honor?
I'm sorry? Oh,
Any action
I'll
on
take
it
no
out on
action.
ROR?
No action on the one that he's out on ROR. Jocelyn Cologne?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you tell me your full name?
Jocelyn Genesis Cologne.
And And your date of birth?
3/13/1997.
Okay. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. There's a VOP warrant out, and the judge has set bond at 0. Okay, so I'm gonna hold you on that and take no action on your notice to appear. Okay?
Why, do you know where that is?
I'm sorry?
Do you know how long I'll be able to see a bond? Get a
I don't
bond?
know. You gotta go talk to the judge.
If they want to enter a denial now, he was not going to test the then you set up a revocation status.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna enter, oh, well, on Ms. Colon, I'll enter a denial on behalf, and she can be set for VOP status. Thank you for that.
No.
Should we do that for all VOP cases? And
Just
arraign
the
them?
misdemeanor and traffic one, because the felony one, they go by with it. But this is the only one.
Got it. Can you tell me your full name
Kenzo Alexis,
and your date of birth?
5/10/93.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find PC. I'm setting bond account 1 in the amount of $1,000. You can't go back to that location, and you can't have any contact with the victim. Nope. No contact means no face-to-face contact or indirect contact, meaning text message or social media to someone that knows you and the victim. Listen,
Deputy coming to get my stuff.
yes,
my
you can
clothes.
go, you can go one time with law enforcement to
Yeah,
get your
I just
stuff.
want my clothes.
Just sign the no contact order for me, okay? Thank you, sir. Mr. Okay. What's your full name?
They put it wrong. My real name is Shrikant Bala,
Okay, and your date of birth?
1575.
All right, sir. Unfortunately, you don't qualify for a public defender, but I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I know this allegedly happened at your home. I'm going to release you to pretrial release. You don't have to post a bond, but you can't have any contact with the victim, okay?
He.
Okay, but let's not talk about the facts of your case. Everything's recorded, and I just don't want you to say something, okay?
I just wanted to let you know that my wife told me he already moved out.
I can't hear you.
My wife told me he already moved out.
Okay, good. Good. So sign that no contact order, so no contact with the alleged victim, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And Your Honor, he works out of state, so we were just wondering if you could put on the order that he can leave the state for work purposes?
You can,
I'm
you
a
can,
over-the-road truck driver.
okay, you can go back and forth. You just got to keep in touch with pretrial release, okay?
No problem.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Melvold? All right, can you tell me your full name? And can you speak up for me? It's hard to hear with the,
Daniel Patrick Melville,
thank you, sir. And your date of birth?
July 15th, 1968.
All right, I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. I find PC. I'm setting bond account 1 in the amount of $1,000, count 2 in the amount of $1,000. You are to have no contact with the victim. No contact is no face-to-face contact or indirect contact, okay? I need you to sign that no contact order for me. Thank you, sir. Good morning. Can you tell me your full name and your date of birth? All right, Ms. Morgan, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I'm taking no action on the case that you're out on PTD. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find PC. I'm setting bond in the amount of $500. No return to the scene of the offense. You can't go back there, and no contact with your sister. All right, no contact is no face-to-face contact or indirect contact, meaning text message or social media, okay? So go ahead and sign that. So today's not the day for, just everything's recorded, and I don't want you to say something that could be used against you, okay? Thank you. O'Shane Adlam. Good morning. Can you tell me your full name?
Shane Adlam.
Keep your mask on.
Okay, I'm
Thank you. And your date of birth?
January 1995.
All right. Good morning. Can you take your sunglasses off for me?
I don't want to take it off.
I can't hear you, hon. You have to speak into the microphone.
I don't want to show my face.
I can't hear you.
I don't want to take it off because my face is swollen.
I can't hear you. You gotta, I'm sorry, there's the AC's on in here and it's hard to hear, so just speak up really close to the microphone. Is there a medical condition?
No, it's just the pressure. The pressure from the light just hurts with my eyes right now.
The pressure from the mic?
Like the light causes a pressure on my eye and it's hurting right now.
Okay, and what is that from?
From fighting O'Shane Aslam.
Okay. Raise your right hand for me.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Can you state your name for the record?
Lavana Christian.
All right, what is it you'd like to tell me?
Just want to see your face. She want to see your face.
Can I put it back on there?
So let me ask you this. I can impose a no contact order right now where he can't have any contact with you and he can't return to where this allegedly happened. Did you want something different than that?
Where it happened was at his...
You got to speak up for me, okay?
Where it happened was at his residence.
Okay.
So that doesn't... I don't care if he goes home.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want any contact with him.
Okay, I'm going to do that. So I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I do find PC. You don't qualify for the public defender. You cannot have any contact with the victim in this case. No contact is no face-to-face contact or indirect contact, meaning you can't contact her via text message, social media, or someone that knows you and the victim. Do you understand? Yes, ma'am. All right, thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Question. My daughter normally FaceTime him.
Bond?
Am I supposed to remove him from her tablet?
Is there a family case going on
No.
right now? No?
No.
Okay, then no contact until it gets resolved with the court.
Okay.
Setting bond
Oh, yeah.
or pretrial release? or
Sorry,
anything?
bond is set at 1,000. Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Kanzias? Okay, can you tell me your full name?
Keisha Chanel Kenzias.
And speak up for me?
Keisha Chanel Kenzias.
Thank you. And your date of birth?
5/23/91.
Okay. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. I find PC. I'm setting bond at 500.
She
No.
does qualify for PTR, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay.
Well, it looks like there is a witness.
Good morning, sir. Can you raise your right hand?
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you state your name for the record?
Roger Engel.
You have to speak into the mic.
Roger Engel.
Thank you. And your, yes, sir. What is it you'd like to tell me? Do you want to have contact with the victim?
Yes, I'd like to have contact with the victim.
Are you afraid for your safety?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And you understand if you do have contact and things escalate, then you can still call the police. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. I'm going to set bond at 500. You can have no hostile contact, okay? Hostile contact means if things get escalated between you and him, it's on you to walk away. You understand? Do you all live together?
Yes.
Okay. So you can go back to the residence, but no hostile contact, okay? Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Joseph Guerrero? Can you tell me your full name
Joseph Guerrero,
and your date of birth?
124/69.
All right. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Sir, I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I do find PC. I'm setting bond on count 1 in the amount of 500, count 2 in the amount of 500. No return to the scene of the offense and no contact with the victims in this case. That's a no contact order. Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, state would be requesting no weapons.
No weapons or firearms while you're out on release. Thank you, sir. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your full name?
Good morning, my full name is Mark Anthony Reed Jr.
Okay. And your date of birth?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Your date of birth?
07/30/2002.
Okay. I'm going to appoint the PD in this case. Good morning. Can you raise your right hand?
Good morning.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Can you state your name for the record?
My name is Maciel Coste.
Can you speak up? It's hard to hear.
Maciel Coste.
Okay. What is it you'd like to tell me?
Not much. I feel
You got to get really close.
I feel like what happened yesterday, it was an accident,
Okay. Do you want to have contact with him?
Yeah, I still want contact, We
Do
have
you-
a child together and everything,
Okay.
It wasn't anything physical either.
I don't want to talk about the facts of your case.
Okay.
Does he live there?
No.
Okay. Are you afraid for your safety?
No.
Do you understand that if he gets out on bond and he comes back, that if things get escalated again, you can call the police? You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I find PC, I'm setting bond in the amount of $500.
He does qualify for PTR, Your Honor.
Yeah, but based on the facts, I'm not going to grant that. No hostile contact. So if things get escalated between you and the victim, it's on you to walk away. Also, no firearms or weapons while you're out on release. Okay?
Your Honor,
Yes.
the state would object to any type of, state would be requesting no contact at all. The victim is a minor in this case, and due to the facts of the case, the state will just be requesting no contact.
I'm going to maintain my ruling, but I understand the state's objection. Thank you. Good morning.
Morning.
Can you tell me your full name
Josué Ruiz,
and your date of birth?
November 13, 91.
Okay. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Good morning. Can you raise your right hand?
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Can you state your name for the record?
J. Valentin Vasquez.
So you have to speak into the mic. It's hard to hear in here.
J. Valentin Vasquez.
Okay. So, Mr. Vasquez, I saw in the arrest affidavit that you were there, right?
Yes.
Okay. What is it you'd like to tell me?
We've been together for 6
You gotta
months.
get really close to the mic.
We've been together for 6 months. He is my fiance. We're getting married later this year in September. This is the first time it was ever been physical.
Okay.
We do argue like every normal couple, but this is the
Are-
first time it became physical.
All right. So, are you requesting contact with him?
Yes, I would like to stay in contact with them.
And do you all reside together in the same place?
Yes, we live together.
Okay. You understand if I grant your request that if things get escalated, you can still call the police?
Yes, I do.
And are you afraid for your safety?
No, I'm not.
Okay. All right, Mr. Ruiz, I'm going to grant pretrial release. You do qualify. Also, no hostile contact, okay? So if things get escalated, it's on you to walk away. You understand? If not, then somebody can call the police again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you tell me your full name
Tamar Salomo Castanon,
and your date of birth?
9/11/86.
Okay. I'll appoint the PD to represent you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I do find PC. Count 1, I'm setting bond at $500. Count 2, $500. You are to have no contact with the victim. No contact is no face-to-face contact or indirect contact, meaning text message, social media, or someone that knows you and the victim, okay? Go ahead and sign that contact order for me. Thank you. All right, Mr. Starker? Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your full name
Octavius Tyon Starker,
and your date of birth?
12/9/1981.
All right, Mr. Starker, I'm going to appoint the PD to represent you. You are out on bond on another case. And the new case I reviewed, I find PC. I'm setting bond at count 1, 500, count 2, 100. You are to have no contact with the victim. No contact is no face-to-face contact or indirect contact, meaning text message, social media, or someone that knows you and the victim. Also, I am revoking your release on 2020 CF 10187 at no bond. Mr. Starker, don't talk about the facts of your case, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it, sir?
Can I just say what happened?
No.
Okay, no
Sign that
problem.
for me. That's exactly what I said not to do.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Alex. No, ma'am. I'm good. So sorry.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Can you tell me your full name?
It's Samantha Sinclair.
Okay, and keep your mask on, okay? And your date of birth?
It's November 30th, 1993.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find PC. I'm setting bond account 1 in the amount of $1,000. You can't go back there, and you can't have any contact with your mom. All right? So sign that no contact order for me. You already have an injunction in place. No contact is no face-to-face contact or indirect contact.
Yes, ma'am.
Bond is set at 1,000.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're
ma'am.
welcome. Yeah. And good morning, sir. Can you tell me your full name
Tanner Jeremy Tyndall,
and your date of birth?
7/22/1990.
All right, good morning. Can you
Good
raise your right
morning.
hand?
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you state your name for the record?
Courtney Renee Tyndall.
Okay. How can I help you?
Um,
Do you want contact with Mr. Tyndall?
absolutely.
Okay. Are you afraid for your safety?
Not at all.
Okay. You guys all reside out of state?
Yes, we live in Oklahoma.
I'm sorry?
Yes, we live in Oklahoma.
Okay. You understand that if you're afraid for your safety that you can call the police?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I'm going to impose a no hostile contact.
Thank you.
All right. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find PC on count 1. I'm setting bond at $1,000. I'm going to impose a no hostile contact, meaning if things get escalated between you and Ms. Tyndall, it's on you to walk away. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Also, no alcohol while you're out on release and until this case gets resolved. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
It could be a violation of your bond. It could get revoked, and you could be arrested again if you do consume alcohol.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Good morning. Can you tell me your full name?
Kelvin Clark,
And your-
Kelvin.
Okay, Mr. Clark, and what's your birthday?
March 20th, 2000.
What is it?
March 20th, 2000.
Okay. And you're Calvin Clark?
Kelvin Clark, Kelvin.
Okay.
I was never asked my name.
Okay,
or my
there.
birthday.
Okay. All right, sir, I'm going to appoint the PD to represent you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I do find PC, so I'm setting bond. I'm staying all the amounts. Count 1, 1,000. Count 2, 2,500. Count 3, 500. Count 4, 500. Count 5, 500. Count 6, 500. Count 7, 500. Count 8, 500. Don't go back to that location.
Miss,
Thank you, sir.
I'm done.
Yes.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
if I may inquire with the pretrial, was his,
I'm
did
sorry.
did they verify that his name is?
Yeah, his fingerprints have cleared.
His
Okay.
fingerprints, okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
It's been identified.
No. Good morning. Can you tell me your full name
Christian Lee Diener,
and your date of birth?
code 2576.
Okay. I'm going to appoint the PD to represent you. All right, Mr. Denier, you're out on bond. Oh, no. There was a warrant out for your arrest, and that warrant is count 1. I'm going to set it at 2,500. Count 2, 2,500 stays. Count 3, 1,000 stays. That's on the warrant. And on the new arrest, I find PC. Count 1 is 1,000. Count 2, 150. Count 3, 100. Count 4, 100. All right? So you got bond. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, because it was to be set, yeah. Good morning.
Morning.
Can you tell me your full name
Joseph Del Vecchio,
and your date of birth?
8/21/1989.
Okay. I'm going to appoint the PD to represent you.
And his bond has been posted, Your Honor.
Oh, your bond has been posted.
Okay.
So I'll stay all amounts. Okay, you're done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Why is he still here? Okay. Good morning. Can you tell me your full name?
Carlos Echeverria,
All right, and your date of birth?
November 10, 1977.
Okay, I'll appoint the PD to represent you. Sir, you have a warrant for a no bond because you failed to appear at a court hearing. So I'm going to leave it set. All right? You got to go see the judge. Thank you. Good morning, sir. Mr. Graham,
Yes, ma'am.
can you tell me your full name
Markel Jamal Brown,
and your date of birth?
9687.
All right. Mr. Graham, I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. On the new case, I'm setting bond on 1,000, count 2, 150. I'm also revoking your release on the 2 cases that you're out on. Well, hold on. On the 21 mm 572, I'm going to take no action. That's ROR. And on the 2020 CF 12091, you're out on bond. I'm going to revoke that bond and set it at 0. All right, thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. Can you tell me your full name and your date of birth? All right. I'll appoint the PD to represent you. Sir, I reviewed the arrest affidavit, and I see you're out on ROR. Okay. On the ROR case, 21 CF 1578, I'm taking no action. On the new case, count 1, I don't find PC, so I'm RORing you on that count. Count 2, I'll set bond at 100. Count 3, 100. Count 4, the disorderly, I don't find PC, so I'll ROR you on that. Count 5, I find PC, that's set at 100. Thank you, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you tell me your full name?
Ron Christopher Hawkins,
Okay, and your date of birth?
5 August 63.
Okay. I'm going to appoint the PD to represent you, Mr. Hawkins. So I reviewed the arrest affidavit on the new case, and I do find PC. So count 1, I'm going to set at 500. Count 2, I'm going to set at 150. You're also out on bond on 21 CF 446. I'm going to revoke your bond on that and set it at 0. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good morning. Can you tell me your full name
Constable June Johnson Jr.,
and your date of birth?
33198.
Okay. All right, Mr. Johnson, you don't qualify for the PD. So I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I do find PC. I'm going to stay the bonds amounts as is. So count 1, 1,000. Count 2, 1,000. Count 3, 1,000. Count 4, 500. You're also out on bond on another case, 2020 CF 13362, and I'm revoking your release on that and setting it at 0. All right? Thank you, sir. Mr. Johnson? Good morning. Can you tell me your full name
Rico Todd Johnson,
and your date of birth?
05/20/1981.
All right, thank you, sir. I'm going to appoint the PD to represent you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find PC. I'm going to lower your bond to 500, okay? Thank you, sir. You're done. Mr. Morris? Is that you, sir?
So Roberts is behavior.
I'm sorry?
Roberts is behavior.
I have, hold on, let me get, inmate number 21003764. Tony Morris.
Looks like they bonded, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. All right, and this is Mr. Roberts,
Mr. Roberts is behavior.
medical?
Behavior.
Behavior, okay. I'm sorry, it's hard to hear in here. I'll appoint the PD. Do you waive his appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find PC. Bond on count 1 is 500. Count 2, 150. No return to the scene. No contact. I'll take no action on the ROR 20 CT 7881. Okay. Rosario? Okay. This is 21003760.
They bonded.
Okay. Mr. Stevens? Nope, okay. All right, just bear with me, okay? 21003763.
Bonded.
Okay. Mr. Thomas? All right. Can you tell me your full name?
Randall Martone.
And speak up for me, it's hard to hear.
Randall Martone.
Thank you. And your date of birth?
10/15/79.
Okay. I'm going to appoint the PD to represent you. Okay. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find PC. I'm gonna set bond, lower that to 1,500. You also have an out-of-county warrant. Bond has been set at that on 1,000. I'm gonna stay that amount. Is that it?
That's it. Yep, that's it, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Gordon? Okay, can you tell me your full name
First name Alex, last name McGordon.
and your date of birth?
7/16/90.
Okay. I'll appoint the PD to represent you. You failed to appear at a court hearing, so they set bond at 1,000.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, so bond is set.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Anderson?
Bonded.
Okay. Gear?
Bonded.
Malcolm? Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your full name and your date of birth?
7292.
All right, thank you. I'm going to appoint the PD to represent you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit for the DUI. I find PC. I'm setting bond at 500. You're also out on bond on another case, 20 MM 630. I'm going to revoke your bond on that and set it at 0. All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Wolver?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Can you tell me your full name
Jeffrey Lynn Wolver,
and your date of birth?
12/10/1958.
Okay. Mr. Wolver, you don't qualify for the PD, but I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find PC. I'm gonna lower your bond to 500, okay?
Pardon me, honey.
I'm gonna lower your bond amount to 500.
Okay.
So you've got
I
to,
have 300 in my wallet. If you drop it down to 300, let me out?
no, but you can contact the bondsman and pay 10%.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. Can you tell me your full name
Stephen J. Bellamy,
and your date of birth?
March 19, 1989.
Okay. I'm gonna appoint the PD. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I don't find PC on both counts. I'm gonna ROR you on that, the new case, and then you're out on ROR on a possession of meth. I'm gonna take no action. Thank you, sir.
I return home today.
I'm sorry?
I return home today.
You can be released.
All right,
Thank you. Mr. Brinson? Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your full name
Carol Wayne Brinson,
and your date of birth?
7/16/56.
All right, I'm gonna appoint the PD to represent you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find PC. I'm setting bond at 500. You can't go back there to the YMCA, and no contact with the victim. All right? Thank you, sir. Good morning. Can you tell me your full name
Boris Yoro,
and your date of birth?
03/26/1982.
Okay. I'll appoint the PD to represent you. You are out on bond. I'm taking no action on that. On the loitering and prowling, I don't find PC, so I'm RORing you on that. You can't go back to that apartment complex. Okay? Thank you, sir.
I can bond out.
You can be released. Don't go back.
I'm ready.
Good morning. Can you tell me your full name
Luis Gomez Andrade,
and your date of birth?
February 22nd, 1988.
Okay. I'll appoint the PD to represent you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find PC on count 2 only. So on count 1, I'll ROR. Count 2, I'm setting bond at 1,000. Actually, count 2, I'm going to set bond at 500. You can't go back to that hotel.
No.
All right? Thank you.
Thank you.
No PC, count 1, ROR. Count 2, I lowered it to 500. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you tell me your full name?
Sky. You want my middle name too, or no?
What's your full name?
Sky Ashe Hilton Folks.
And your date of birth?
07/24/2002.
Okay. I'll appoint the PD. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find PC. I'm setting bond on count 1 in the amount of 500, count 2, 200. Don't go back there, okay? And no contact with the victim.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I couldn't
Don't
hear.
go back to that location, all right? And no contact with the victim. Thank you. Good morning. Can you tell me your full name
Darion William Mentor,
and your date of birth?
11/24/1998.
All right. I'll appoint the PD to represent you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find PC. Count 1, I'll set at 500. I'll lower that. Count 2, 200. Don't go back there. All right. Thank you, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you tell me your full name
My name is Erica Murin,
and your date of birth?
11/21/88.
Okay. I'll appoint the PD. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I don't find PC for count 1 or 2. I'm going to ROR you on both counts. Don't go back to that location. You understand?
To the airport?
Oh,
sounds
yes, you can go back.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I can go back to the airport?
I'm sorry?
I can go back?
Yes, you can go back to the airport.
Okay.
But I'm RORing you on all those counts. The case is still open that needs to get resolved.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you. Good morning. Can you tell me your full name?
Laura Lynn Stats.
What's your name?
Laura Lynn Stats.
Okay, hold on one second. What happened to 21003754?
They bonded.
Okay. All right, you are Laura Stats? Okay. I'm going to appoint the PD. What's your date of birth?
11/15/78.
All right, thank you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit on the trespass. I find PC, setting bond at 500. You're out on bond on 21 CF 497 and 20 MM 7759. I'm revoking a release on the both cases and setting it at 0. All right, thank you. Good morning. Can you tell me your full name
Michelle Williams.
and your date of birth?
11/8/76.
Okay. I'll appoint the PD to represent you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find PC. I'm setting bond at $500. You're out on bond on another case, 20 CF 7197. I'm revoking a release on that and setting bond at 0. If you do bond out, you can't go back to that location, okay? Thank you. Good morning. Can you tell me your full name
Julie Christie Brower.
and your date of birth?
6/24/70.
All right, I'll appoint the PD to represent you. You have an out-of-county warrant, and they set bond at $513, okay? So I'm gonna leave that amount. Okay? Thank you.
On this one?
Yeah, hold on one second.
Trying to verify the case number. I just need to verify.
Okay, can you verify the case number?
1 second.
Okay.
I just don't want it to come up later.
Oh, yeah, it does.
I have the court case number showing ACGIKGE. Is all I can see.
Okay.
If anything, I'll email you and have you find it if they send the corrected one. Thank you.
Okay. Can you tell me your full name?
Morgan Nicholas Langston, ma'am.
Can you speak up for me?
Morgan Nicholas Langston, ma'am.
Thank you. And your date of birth?
02/29/1980.
Okay. I will appoint the PD. So the violation of probation?
Got the on view?
This will be the on view?
Yes, and then you have the details.
So they're both the same thing?
No, this is the
This is
detail.
the reason for this.
Right.
But do I set bond on the BOP or the judge does that?
I don't know if it's correct or not. I want to ask you.
Okay. On the new law case, I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find PCL set bond in the amount of 500. I'm going to take no action on the VOP because the judge hasn't signed an arrest affidavit. So I'm going to take no action. I'll just do, what do I, ROR? ROR. The problem is I don't know what he's on probation for. I don't know what the conditions are. So I'm going to ROR on the VOP. All right. Thank you, sir. And Williams, 21003779.
Could you say the booking number again, Your Honor?
21003779.
They bonded.
Okay. Okay, we're off the record. All right, good morning, we're on the record. Can we have appearances for the state?
Adam Dew for the state.
Defense? What's your last name? Mr. Lopez? Okay, thank you. Do we have any Spanish-speaking defendants? Okay, we'll put them to the end, okay? Jean Colon? And I'll appoint the public defender on all cases unless stated otherwise. Good morning. Can you tell me your full name? And your date of birth? All right, sir. I'll arrest the public defender. I'll appoint the public defender. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find probable cause for the resisting without violence. Bond will be set in the amount of $1,000. He has the other case. I find PC, count 1, the fleeing and eluding, bond is set at $2,500. I'll stay the remaining amounts. So count 2, the reckless is $1,000. Driving with suspended license is $1,000. Expired DL is $1,000. All right, thank you. Curry, Decarius Curry. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your full name and your date of birth? All right, I'll appoint the PD to represent you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find there's no PC. I'll ROR you. Thank you, sir. Jamie Galachant. Good. Can you tell me your full name? And your date of birth? All right, I'll appoint the public defender. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I do find PC for both counts. Bond is set at count 1 in the amount of, I'll do $1,000. Count 2, $500. Thank you, sir. Jonathan Gadet. Can you tell me your full name? And your date of birth? All right, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I don't find there are sufficient facts to state probable cause, so I'm going to ROR you, but you need to understand you can't go back to that IHOP. You can't have any contact with the victim. You understand? We're not going to talk about the facts of your case, okay? Thank you, sir. Edwin Geraldo Hernandez. Okay, we'll pass to the end. Mark Hunter. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your full name and your date of birth? All right, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I do find PC. I do see you qualify. Well, does he qualify for PTR? Okay, I'm going to release you on. I'm going to release you to pretrial. Wait a minute. It says he does not qualify for PTR on the information sheet. So it's PTR and a bond? All right, I'll release you to PTR with $500 bond, no contact with the victim in this case, okay? Thank you, sir. Lee Shane. Shane Lee. Did you not want to waive his appearance? Okay. We'll reset him for tomorrow. Just, okay. Lopez, Reynaldo Lopez. Can you tell me your full name and your date of birth? All right, I'll appoint the public defender. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I do find probable cause. I'm going to set bond on count 1 and $2,500, count 2, $2,500. You can't go back to that location, okay? Thank you, sir. Eddie Marrero Ramos. Okay, we'll pass to the end. Vincent Martinez Quinones. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your full name and your date of birth? All right, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. You've got two things. First, you have a no bond warrant. I'm going to stay that amount. You have a new case. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find PC. I'm setting bond. Count 1, 1,000. Count 2, 500. Thank you, sir. Ezekiel Perez. Good morning. Can you tell me your full name and your date of birth? All right, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I do find PC. I'm setting bond on count 1. In the amount of 500. At this time, I'm going to impose a no return to the scene of the address and no contact with the victim in this case. I understand that you all have children in common, and the victim is requesting otherwise, but I don't have the victim before me, so I can't take testimony, so I'm going to impose those conditions. Thank you, sir. Ramirez Polanco. Can you tell me your full name? Do you need a Spanish interpreter? Oh, and your date of birth? All right, thank you. I'm going to appoint the PD on this case. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I do find PC. I'm setting bond in the amount of 1,000. No alcohol. All right, I'll also impose no alcohol as a condition of bond. Do you understand? All right, thank you.
So stay the bond at 500 and no alcohol.
I'll stay the 500.
Okay.
Rutecki. Can you tell me your full name? And your date of birth? All right, sir. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I do find PC. I'll set bond in the amount of 500. Don't go back to that location. Also, you have a violation of probation warrant. It's set at no bond, so I'll stay that amount.
Can we have Osceola verify the case number that should be listed? 'Cause I had
For
two
the
different-
VOP?
Yes.
Osceola, can you verify the case number for the VOP? And oh. You know what? That's for David Stelly?
Okay, that's the.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you. David Stelly. This
That's
one.
the one I need.
Okay. Can you tell me your full name and your date of birth? All right, I'll appoint the public defender. Osceola, can you verify the case number? Thank you. Sir, there's a VOP warrant. It's set at no bond, so I'm going to stay that amount. Thank you, sir. Let me call the interpreter. First person I'll call is Marrero Ramos.
Good morning, this is Dalia Romero, Spanish interpreter on the line already, not sworn in yet,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Do you solemnly swear to translate from Spanish to English, from English to Spanish, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do, Dalia Romero, state certified Spanish interpreter.
All right. Can you please state your name?
¿No puede decir su nombre, por favor? Acérquese un poquito al micrófono, por favor. Eddie Marrero Ramos.
And your date of birth?
Su fecha de nacimiento, señor. 12/5/73.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender. There's an Osceola warrant set at no bond, and I will stay that amount.
Bien, señor, se le asigna al defensor público. Usted tiene una orden de detención del condado de Osceola. Está detenido sin fianza y se mantiene igual, sin fianza.
Thank you. Mr. Geraldo Hernandez? Can you tell me your full name?
¿Me puede decir su nombre completo, por favor?
And your date of birth?
Fecha de nacimiento. 4/13/79.
All right, you're currently out on bond. There's a new offense for driving without a valid license.
Usted está bajo fianza actualmente y ahora ha cometido un nuevo delito de manejar sin una licencia válida de conducir.
On the traffic and DUI case 21 CT 390 and 21 CT 389, I'm revoking your release. On the new case, I'm setting bond in the amount of $500. I find PC. And I'll appoint the public defender.
We're going to set it none on the revoke cases?
Yes.
Señor, en los casos que usted está bajo fianza, 27, 3190 y 3189, se les revoca la fianza. En el nuevo caso se le da fianza de $500. La jueza halla que hay causas y se le designa el defensor público para que le represente.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you, Osceola. Have a good day. Okay, bye.
Your Honor, you will be calling back for the orange, correct?
No. We can call those first. That's the tops.
Yes.
Oh, but I have to disconnect, so I'll call you back.
Okay, thank you. Not a problem.